Should have done that before I started recording. November 6th. My name's David, and I am going to call and have a short interview with a man named Kirk. And he was recently featured kind of unintentionally in a video from Chinook Mall in which he was harassed by somebody for wearing his hat or something that was said. It was October 30th, 2025. And I was able to get a hold of Kirk, and I wanted to get his side of the story. That is going to be this conversation, and I'm about to give him a call. Here we go. Wish me luck. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, that's Kirk.
Yeah, it's Kirk here.
Hi there. Sorry you got pulled over. That's bad on the way home.
It's all good. I was going too fast.
Well, yeah, no, you're back on the road then.
Yes, sir. Yeah, ripping now.
Right on. Well, that's great. I appreciate you getting in touch with me.
No worries, man.
We wanted to just get your side of the story of what happened, basically.
Okay.
And it's been 6 or 7 days, about a week since it's happened. I was curious to find out, like, if there's been any fallout from it, or just to get your perspective and describe the interaction from your point of view.
Well, pretty much, like, the whole interaction was, I don't know, it was pretty stupid. Like, I usually don't go to the mall, but when I was in there, we were in the bottom level,
Uh-huh.
and then what happened was, I saw the fella, and he just looked at me and just nodded at me, and I just nodded back at him, just pretty normal. I mean, he was looking at me pretty, like, wide-eyed kind of thing.
Okay.
So, kind of strange, but anyways, I just continued on with what I was doing, and then I went to the food court, and then he decided he was going to approach me about my hat. So, he said, that's like a racist symbol, like, why are you wearing that? Like, do you know what that represents, kind of thing? And I was like, well, I mean, I know what it represents for me, and personally, like, the rebel flag means I don't go with the status quo of society. Like, I'm a bit of an outcast, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to, like, my beliefs and stuff and how I think of things. So I've never really, just gone with things. I've always questioned everything, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
I would say I'm a bit of a rebel myself. So I mean, the culture in the South is interesting for me, so I think it's pretty cool down there in Louisiana and all them states down there. They live differently than we do, and I think it's cool. Valley hunt and stuff, and I think it's great. But
Yeah.
anyways, I tried to explain that to him, but he just kept going off about how it's racist and hateful and all this, and I just went, in Africa, the blacks actually sold their own people to the merchant ships, which were owned by Jews. And I said that to him, and he didn't like that. And he's like, no, it was white people that did it all. You guys were the reason why they were so persecuted. And I'm like, well, their own people sold them out. I'm like, you think white people are the only people to ever have slaves? I'm like, slavery is an ancient thing. Like,
Right.
I mean, look at the whites. Like, we're the ones that stopped slavery in North America. Like, we fought against each other to stop it. And we're the ones that stopped it, so we don't get any credit for that. But I'm like, go look at somewhere like South Korea. They had, like, over a 700-year chain of slavery. Like, you want to compare shit? Like, whites get the bad rap for everything. I'm like, read a book, man. Like, do some history. And he didn't want to listen to that. And then, well, he's like, oh, well, you two probably don't like transgender story time with children and stuff like that, like for the drag queens and that. And I'm like, no, I don't agree with that at all. I think it's degenerate, and I don't think that it's healthy for children to hear those type of over-sexual things. And I'm like, in my opinion, we should round up all those books that they're writing about that kind of stuff and burn them all. He hated that. He didn't like when I said that. And then he tried to, like, swipe at my head.
Oh.
Like, I think he was trying to knock my hat off, but anyways, like, he basically took a swing at me. So then I was like, better get, like, then I got upset, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm like, you can't just try to fucking strike people. I'm like, you want to fight? Like, I'll fight you.
Wow.
And then he said, you want to do this right here? I'm like, it don't matter to me. I'm like, you swung at me first, so let's go. And then he wouldn't. So, and he made a step towards me, sort of, and I just give him a boot in the leg, and I said, if you're not going to fight, just fuck off. And then he walked off a bit. So then I went and sat back down, and then he come around with his camera again. And then you seen the video. So that was basically the interaction.
Hi, everyone. This is David again. That was my conversation with Kirk from the Chinook Mall incident that happened on October 30th. It seems that people want to get their side of the story out, and when we do listen to the other side of the story, we understand everybody a little bit more, even if we don't agree with them. And isn't it better to understand people you don't agree with than it is to keep them in the dark? So that's what the spirit of this was. This is part one. There will be other parts. Our conversation was over an hour and a half long. I wanted to get this out to anybody curious about how the event started. There was a portion that started before the video. Obviously, any one of us could be in this situation, and the online mob does not care about the truth. They just care about, well, whatever they care about. So thank you again for listening. My name's David. There's going to be more parts to this, but this is part one. Thanks for hanging out.